So today I'd like to show you around my QT50 gubbins. We'll start with this one. I think this was 250 quid. I bought it during lockdown. It was delivered along with 2 Honda Caminos and I think something else as well at the same time. It's mostly complete apart from the back wheel. Yeah, I think everything's there, but it kind of looks like it's lived in the sea for its last 20 years or so. Isn't very nice. There's no top end as well. That's another thing that's missing. And I imagine, bearing in mind the state of the bike and the fact the engine's been open, it's probably not going to be any good. In fact, I'm going to try and kick it over now. The chances of anything happening are quite slim. No, absolutely seized solid. Are you surprised that doesn't work? But it may be useful for parts. I think I definitely need the final drive bevel drive gear planetary thing out of there because there's a shortage of those, which we'll get to in a minute. But yeah, this is number one, despite the fact it being the one I bought most recently. Before that, I bought this, which was running when I bought it. The guy started it up. It's got a 60cc head as well, I think. I've no idea if the carb has been tuned for that or not. I'm sure it had a fuel tank, but I can't find it at the moment, so I'm going to assume it doesn't. But yeah, it's mostly there. Needs a front tyre and the wiring sorting out. But the thing that was missing from it, and the reason I didn't progress when I first got it, was because the bevel drive planetary gear thing was missing out of there. I'm sure it had a drive shaft in a box somewhere with some other bits, so I haven't found the box yet, and hopefully there's a planetary drive in there, because I did buy an engine and transmission. I've just never got around to fitting it, but it came with the planetary drive, so hopefully that's a goer. Now the plan with this is to get it going, but get it as minimal as possible. No mud guards, no lights, nothing. Just basically what you see there, plus a tank and a seat, less wiring, and have it so that you can just pick it up with one hand, sling it in the back of the car, and it's good to go. It has a number plate, as does this one. They're both still on the DVLA system. I'm sure I've got the logbooks for both of them actually. So those are the beginnings of a project. I've also got a white one which came with my Tomos Disco when I bought that, so we'll move on to that next. Over here you can just about see the back of a white one just there with the seat. That's got the seat and tank and most of the front end, I think. Not sure if it's got an engine, but it does have forks, I'm pretty sure, and possibly handlebars, but no rear end at all. And probably no wiring. I can't actually remember and I can't get to it. Got a brand new set of tyres here. Got, I think, a set of wheels up there, but I'm not sure. I think we've definitely got a rear one. And beyond that, there is more. And here's the final two parts of the puzzle. We have the mighty Yamaha, the blue one, not to be confused with the white one that I've already shown you. This was bought by me for I think £20 at a auto jumble, and basically it's a QT50 that somebody has still sawed in half for some reason. Don't know why, but obviously because of that there's no saving the frame. Everything else on it though is fair game. The engine's free, it's got all the plastic bits that are missing off the other ones mostly, so I think that could be a viable engine. We've also got this engine, which I bought, I believe that's the one that came with either the white QT50 Yamaha, or perhaps it was the one, I think it might have come with the box of transmission stuff I got, which I haven't found yet. If not, potentially there could be another engine in there, I'm not sure. But this one again is free, it's got the carb with it and everything. It's missing that cover, ignition cover, but beyond that it's pretty much good to go, I think. Obviously they'll maybe need rebuilding, or at least looking at to see if they need rebuilding, but between them I think we can hopefully make 3 bikes. The problem with that being, if I can't find the other planetary gear, we're going to have one set of planetary gears between us, because the swamp looking bike, the red one that's actually mainly made of rust, is the only one that's got a planetary gear. But like I said, I do have a box of transmission stuff somewhere with another one in. That still leaves us one short. Yeah, so the little kids trial bike, the Yamaha QT50, also has the same gearing setup, and I believe I can't remember now. In my mind, I'm sure I've read somewhere that if you put the gears from that in there, you get a higher top speed. But with it being a kid's trials bike, I imagine actually you'd get more torque, surely. Surely it's going to be geared the other way. But I digress. Anyway, the point is the black one, which I've now put away over here. Yeah, the black one, I was thinking about this. I've been in hospital recently. And while I was in there, I was going mental, because I was in there like 3 weeks because I had heart failure. And all I could think of was this bike. So I've been thinking loads on it. I made loads of notes, and then of course came out of hospital and wasn't well enough to do anything. I've been out a month now, so it's about time I did something before I go back to work. It should be a fairly non-strenuous kind of thing that's not going to give me a heart attack. So yeah, that's what I'm going to go with. Imagine that, heart failure at 40. I could go on about this because it came out of nowhere. I was at work on the Friday, and then by Monday I was in hospital in intensive care. But anyway, that's by the by. The point is, I want to do stuff, and these are the stuff I want to do. So in order of priority, the black one first. With the bits left over, we're going to build up the white one, and then if we've got enough parts, because I think we're also a back wheel short, we're going to build up this one as well. So wish me luck. So there we are, that's my QT50 scrapyard, and I'm hoping that I can make at least one decent bike out of the three. Preferably two, in fact preferably three, but we'll have to see. We're going to start in the next video with the fuel tank on this one, so I'll see you then.